Get ready for a fascinating Ligue 1 clash. This Sunday, Angers are set to host Rennes at the Stade Raymond Kopa. But here's the kicker, the stat that demands your attention. Rennes have utterly dominated this fixture, boasting a flawless winning streak in their last half-dozen encounters. Not only that, they've consistently found the back of the net with at least 2 goals in every single one of those victories. Can Angers finally shatter this historical dominance, or will Rennes, despite a turbulent start to their season and a squad riddled with suspensions, continue their reign? Stick around as we delve deep into the numbers and uncover the potential narratives for this compelling showdown. Both sides appear poised to deploy a 3-5-2 formation, a tactical mirror image promising an intense midfield chess match. Angers are adept at winning back possession and carving out opportunities with precision through balls. However, their Achilles heel lies in finishing and retaining the ball, often gifting opponents dangerous free-kick chances. Rennes, in stark contrast, are masters of the counter-attack and possess a penchant for long-range efforts, also showing skill with through passes. Yet, a word of caution for bettors, Rennes exhibit significant vulnerabilities in finishing, defending set pieces, preventing chances, and avoiding individual blunders. Intriguingly, both teams share a common struggle with final third composure and containing individually skilled players. Now, this is where the plot thickens, especially for Rennes. They face this crucial encounter severely handicapped, missing 3 pivotal players due to suspension: Abdelhamid Ait Boudlal, Christopher Wooh, and Mahdi Camara. Do you recall their crushing 4-goal defeat? 2 of these very players were shown red in that tumultuous match. Adding to their woes, Lilian Brassier is a doubtful starter, creating a potential defensive crisis. Angers, on the other hand, boast a clean bill of health. Their influential midfielder, Louis Mouton, also returns from suspension, ready to inject fresh energy into the lineup. This stark contrast in squad availability could undeniably hand a significant advantage to the home side, creating an intriguing dynamic for this contest. Casting an eye over the nascent league table reveals an intriguing parity, at least in points. Angers currently occupy 11th position with a trio of points from 2 games, while Rennes hover just beneath them in 13th, also on 3 points. Angers exhibit a perfectly balanced ledger with a 0-goal difference, 1 goal scored and 1 conceded. Rennes, however, display a worrying goal difference of -3, with just 1 goal finding the net against a concerning 4 conceded. This disparity is largely attributable to their recent catastrophic 4-goal thrashing away from home. Angers have demonstrated defensive resilience, having conceded not a single goal at home this season. Rennes, conversely, shipped 4 goals in their sole away fixture, painting a clear picture for potential handicap bets. Angers have kicked off their campaign with a commendable display of resilience and tactical discipline. They secured a narrow, hard-fought 1-0 victory in their opening home game against Paris Football Club, demonstrating their ability to grind out results. Following that, they put up a spirited, defiant fight away at reigning champions Paris Saint-Germain, succumbing by the slimmest of margins, a 1-0. This trajectory paints the picture of a team that is defensively astute, tough to break down, and particularly formidable when playing in front of their passionate home crowd. Can they maintain this steely resolve against a historically dominant opponent? Rennes, conversely, have endured a truly mixed bag of results to start their season. They began with a decent 1-0 home triumph against Marseille, signaling promising intent. However, their second league encounter was nothing short of a disaster, a true capitulation. They suffered a heavy, catastrophic 4-goal away defeat against Lorient, conceding 3 disciplinary dismissals in the process. This crushing loss not only highlights significant defensive vulnerabilities but also raises serious questions about their temperament and discipline, particularly when playing away from the comfort of their home stadium. Their form on the road appears to be a major concern, making them a volatile proposition for this away clash. Let's delve into the recent goal numbers, and a clear pattern emerges. Both Angers and Rennes have only managed to average a meager half a goal per match this season, indicating a struggle in the final third. However, their defensive records tell vastly different stories. Angers concede just half a goal per game on average, and remarkably, they've kept a clean sheet in their home matches, not conceding a single goal. Rennes, conversely, ship a concerning average of 2 goals per game, and a staggering 4 goals in their sole away outing. Angers celebrated a victory in their only home game without conceding, while Rennes suffered a wide margin defeat in their only away fixture. This stark contrast in defensive solidity heavily favors Angers for those considering under total goals. Now, this is a statistic that absolutely screams at you, a pattern for the ages. Rennes boast a flawless winning record against Angers in their last half-dozen encounters across all competitions. Angers have failed to register a single victory or even a draw in these recent matchups, unable to break the shackles of Rennes dominance. Rennes have consistently scored a minimum of 2 goals against Angers, with an impressive average of 2.5 goals per game. Angers, meanwhile, manage a paltry half a goal per game in these head-to-head fixtures. Adding another layer for keen bettors, Rennes frequently hold the lead at halftime in these specific matchups, a consistent trend worthy of attention. Drilling down further into the goal statistics, Rennes have netted a whopping 15 goals in their last 6 games against Angers, compared to Angers' 4 goals. Interestingly, a curious anomaly, 3 of Angers' 4 goals came when playing away from home, not at the Stade Raymond Kopa. Conversely, Rennes have scored 5 goals in their 3 away trips to Angers, showing no fear on the road against this opponent. But here's a compelling pattern for goal line bettors: an overwhelming majority, specifically 7 of Angers' last 8 home matches against Rennes, have seen 3 or more total goals. This suggests that despite recent low-scoring form, history points towards an entertaining, potentially high-scoring affair at the Stade Raymond Kopa. In terms of physical stature, Rennes defenders and their goalkeeper possess a marginal height advantage, typically by about a mere centimeter on average. This seemingly small difference could provide them with a fractional edge in crucial aerial duels at the back, particularly from set pieces. Conversely, Angers midfielders are slightly taller, potentially offering more presence in the central areas. The most striking contrast, however, lies in the forward lines. Angers attackers average a significantly shorter height compared to Rennes forwards. This disparity could dictate vastly different approaches to attacking play and set-piece strategies for each team, an interesting dynamic for player-specific markets. When we scrutinize the average squad ages, there aren't many seismic differences that immediately leap out. Angers' defensive line leans slightly older, averaging in the mid-20s, while Rennes defenders average in the early 20s. Rennes also field a slightly more experienced goalkeeper, in his early 30s, compared to Angers' shot-stopper, in his late 20s. The midfield averages for both teams are remarkably similar, suggesting a balanced engine room. However, it's Angers forwards who are noticeably younger, averaging in their early 20s, which might hint at a strategy focused on youthful energy and relentless pressing in attack. Based on the early season player ratings, Angers' defensive unit and goalkeeper appear to be outperforming their counterparts, boasting higher average scores. Their impressive goalkeeper, Hervé Koffi, stands out with a superb rating of 7.5, highlighting his crucial role in keeping Angers in contention. Rennes midfielders, however, hold a slight edge in their average ratings, suggesting they might control the tempo and battle for possession in the engine room. Interestingly, forward ratings for both teams are exactly even, indicating similar attacking output thus far. This analysis suggests Angers possess a more robust defensive foundation, while Rennes might aim to assert dominance through their midfield creativity. For Angers, Carlens Arcus emerges as a pivotal figure, consistently winning aerial duels and orchestrating scoring opportunities. Defender Jordan Lefort has already contributed with a vital assist, while goalkeeper Hervé Koffi has been a standout, decorated with a Man of the Match award, underlining his immense impact in shot-stopping and command of his area. For Rennes, Jérémy Jacquet is a commanding presence in the air, a force in both boxes. Quentin Merlin has been crucial, providing an assist and also receiving a Man of the Match accolade for his influential displays. Seko Fofana rounds out their key players, an important creative force in midfield who can unlock defenses. On the flip side, disciplinary issues loom large for both squads, with players accumulating fouls and cards. For Angers, Louis Mouton has already seen a red card this season, and he, along with Lilian Realisoa, commits the most fouls, posing a risk for free kicks in dangerous areas. For Rennes, we've already highlighted their tumultuous start with 3 red cards this season, 2 of which were incurred by the now-suspended Christopher Wooh and Mahdi Camara. Joey Cisse leads Rennes in fouls per game, a consistent magnet for the referee's whistle. Moussa Tamari is also prone to committing fouls and being caught offside. These looming disciplinary concerns could be a major factor in what is expected to be a fiercely contested match, influencing card markets. Let's dissect the timing of goals, a fascinating insight for live betting. Angers appear to be fast starters this season, scoring their only goal within the first 10 minutes of a match, suggesting an early attacking impetus. They tend to show defensive vulnerabilities around the 50 to 60-minute mark, a period to watch for potential goals conceded. Rennes, on the other hand, have a flair for late drama, scoring their only goal after the 90-minute mark. Defensively, Rennes have exhibited concerning vulnerabilities, conceding goals multiple times between the 40-minute and 70-minute intervals. This middle phase of the game could be a critical, high-value window for betting on goals, particularly against Rennes. Considering seasonal goal totals, Angers have played 2 matches this season, and every single one of them has finished with under 2.5 total goals. In fact, all their games have also been incredibly tight, concluding with under 1.5 total goals. They are currently a fortress-like, low-scoring, and exceptionally tight unit. Rennes, conversely, have a 50% record for matches featuring over 2.5 goals. One of their games fell comfortably under, while the other, their heavy 4-goal defeat, obviously sailed well over the 2.5 mark. This statistical dichotomy suggests Angers are consistently involved in tight, defensive battles, while Rennes, despite their historical dominance in this fixture, can be far more volatile in terms of goalmouth action.